Hey everyone. So this actually is the first ever invite-only tournament that I've been able to be a part of. It is the playoffs for nationals. So whoever wins this will represent all of Minnesota at the Danker National Tournament, which is in Wisconsin this year. So super close to us. And it's a lot of rematches. Like this game, we drew the first time we faced. If you remember it, I'll go link the game up here. And I knew day one of this tournament, it's going to be hell. So these first three videos are going to be tough. I have to face the three best people back to back to back. And if you're wondering as to why I never posted a round seven for the Open, honestly, had a track meet. I was really pooped, and then I had playoffs right after. So, um, and besides, it was kind of just like a drawn out draw against 2000, who I will be facing in the next round. His name is John, extremely strong. He's like 2140 going into this tournament, so he went way up. And I was on vacation for half the time prepping for this. So let's get it. So my opponent played f4. He played this against me the first time, and this time I had a month to prepare, but everyone else had a month to prepare. And I had cooked up this special fun little gambit called the Frum's Gambit. It's known as one of the most respected gambits in all of chess. Like it's definitely one of the best for black, if not the best, because it's super good. The point is that after takes, which he plays, the king is weak, and usually you can get a bunch of crazy attacks going. Like just I know I'm normally saying I'm not going to talk about opening theory here, but this is just cool. But once you offer up the second pawn, which I did, if he were to take, bishop takes, knight here, one of the main moves is just to go g5. But another fun one is if you go knight f6, and then here you kind of just throw this pawn, the bishop here up. You kind of just keep throwing it. And the funny part is that he can't even take because you sack the rook and go here, and it's already -2 because you can't really stop the incoming checkmate. Although I believe this is more accurate. Yeah, this is more accurate. It's already -5. Let's move 8. So really fun gambit, but he declines it. He declines to take the second pawn, which would make him up a pawn. So I say, okay, I take it back. If he ever takes, we simply transpose. So he goes e4. I had been looking at this actually like the day before the tournament, so I had a pretty solid understanding. Bishop c5 again. He's not really ever at liberty to take here because of this move queen h4, and he just gets blasted. So there's a lot of caution needed, and he plays c3. Um, c3 was the system I'd been looking at the least. Normally, white here plays bishop c4, but he probably prepped this, and it is a bit harder to deal with as black. Um, and here I went with the move knight f6. This is what I'd prepared instead of the move knight c6. And I was figuring he might be playing here, or that's what I had prepped. And I never really was expecting him to take this pawn, but then he took it. And now I'm out of prep. Move 6 got me this far, and I'm like, shikes. So I mean, first and foremost, I really want to take this pawn to then get a lot of pressure here. But if I take here, uh-oh, fork time, I lose. No bueno. So I spent like 12 minutes here just calculating different options. Like, do I want to give up the knight so I can get good central pressure? I was even thinking about bishop f2 for a while. I spent like a solid 5 or 6 minutes calculating this. Because after takes, because here after takes, knight takes, my queen can come in to one of these. Maybe there was something, but I just couldn't find a forced way through. And generally, when you're attacking and sacrificing material, if you don't see the force win, you better be like have a lot of good compensation. And I didn't really see it. I thought the king could always escape. So I found the only move, which is queen e7. It's pretty reasonable, putting pressure on the knight and the pawn. So he goes a d4. This is about what I was expecting. And now here again, I'm thinking, can I take? Can I go here? And I'm thinking of all these options. And eventually, I'm just like, you know what? We're going to move it back. We're just going to take the knight. Threaten to create an isolated pawn. So he defends it. And now I take in the center. I don't think this was the best choice. Like, frankly, I think it would have been a lot smarter probably to go something like knight b7. Woo, that's not what I want to do. Takes, and then probably queen here. Then we get some kind of maybe slightly equal game, maybe imbalanced. but my pawns would be slightly worse. But I really don't think it's that deep. So I took, and I was like, you know what? Show me what's wrong with it. So he tries. He goes bishop d3, and now I move back to c5. Just some cute little moves. I'd been practicing mainly just calculation before the playoffs. Like I wanted to make sure that I was seeing further than everyone. So I was also kind of in the trenches here, time wise. Like I'm pretty sure I'd already spent like 35 minutes by move 9. Um, but it was working. It was working. I was getting a good game. So the bishop moves back to c2. I take the knight in the center now. I also might have gone here first, but I figure let's take. Obviously, if he takes, he loses because the discovered check. So bishop takes, and now I go knight bd7. Now I'm going after this, and out of the opening we reach move 11. I have like a minus 0.1 position. Like I am marginally better, but it's a draw. But as black in round one, that's pretty good. Like my gambit worked. I'm not losing. Cannot really complain. So he castles. I take the bishop. Takes, and now I go after this move bishop d7. I was deciding on a plan for a while. I mean, I can't take this isolated pawn because I lose my queen. But it was mainly a decision of here, like where these two pieces are going to go. This is the question. Do I want to castle king side or queen side? Where does this bishop want to go? Well, I figured I can solve both problems. I want to castle queen side so I can get an attack. I didn't like how he had a bishop, an open f file, and a queen that is ready to come in at any moment. Um, so I found this move bishop d7. Bishop d7, intending to cover the queen that stopped my king from long castling. Then I'll go bishop c6. He develops, and I castle, and he goes queen e1. Pretty sure at this point the computer's like I have the biggest advantage so far in the game. It's like minus 0.5 or something here. And I believe it has to do with going after this pawn, if I remember when I was analyzing this game. But regardless, I play this move bishop c6, which I was a pretty big fan of. It improves the bishop, opens the rook, and just overall, it's where my bishop wants to go. He goes knight f3, and I go knight d6. I'm just trying to restrict his knight from specifically going to this d4 square. I'm blockading the pawn, and I want to build up. So what he does is he goes queen d3, which attacks this pawn. And here I think I made a pretty big positional error. And I probably should just play king b8 here, which would escape the pin. And frankly, I'm not sure why I didn't, but I think it had something to do with at some point he's going to go here, and he's going to go after my bishop. Now I thought if I go b6, now he can go here, and we can get takes, and my bishop can always drop back. Because I don't really ever want to take. So actually, if knight here, now I can just, if I can draw arrows, knight here, I can just go bishop b7. However, this does create a hook. A hook in attacking chess is pretty much like a pawn that's out that can be attacked by other pawns, whereas there is no hooks here and thus no visible targets. So now I go queen c5, and now for queen trade, takes, and I take with the pawn. This looks kind of stupid, kind of ridiculous, but I have a really good control. He can't ever get to these pawns, and his whole queen side is stopped. I like it. I have a good rook. This knight's kind of mid, but this bishop is quite exceptional. So he goes bishop f5, and we've just hit move 20, and I'm still doing great. Still very happy with my play. So I probably should have just gone bishop d7 here, but I didn't see many problems with the pin, and I thought I have a really good bishop on this diagonal. I don't know why I'd be moving it, and I could also tell that he likely wants to go knight g5 to pressure this knight. So I went h6, and I said, okay, we're going to stop your knight from going there. He goes b4, and ooh, I mean, his idea is that if I ever take or push here, he can. If I ever take or push here, he goes to d4. He wants a d4 square. So I decided, okay, I would rather have him take me and exchange his healthy pawns for his own pair of double pawns. So then I play this move, rook h e8, which I think in hindsight, I definitely liked less because sure, I'm not letting him double my pawns, but I'm also just now realizing in hindsight that his rook is going to win this pawn no matter what. So if the bishop takes, I should frankly take with the pawn. So this feels like a waste of a move. And honestly, here, probably bishop d7 would have just been a bit nicer of a move in the long term. Move it back, takes, we take here, and we get a game. End game, that's probably just going to be a draw. But I move my rook, he takes, and now I make another dumb move. Honestly, in hindsight, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Maybe I just like wasn't warmed up or something. Maybe the nerves are getting to me. But rook d5, and I thought there were problems after bishop e4, but I realized now I can just kind of like take, and I'm fine. So I was like, oh, if I go here, he goes here, and I take. Well, that's probably not the wisest move. He probably has like takes here, maybe even just, yeah, he probably just has this right away. And now this is not looking very good for me. So I decided to take his knight on f3. And my idea is pretty much I've let him get this square, but I don't want his knight doing anything. And I figure after I go here, probably going to win the bishop. Or at the very least, like the bishop's probably not going to be better than my knight. So he moves the bishop back, and now I do something really stupid. Well, he's frankly just threatening to take on f7. It's a free pawn, so I'm like, oh, I'm undefended. I'm brilliant. And he took it anyways. What is going on? I'm washed. I'm washed. After a month, this is where I'm at. I'm playing worse than when I was in the open. But I also think in the open there was no pressure. Like the pressure definitely got to me in these first rounds because I have to win if I really want to win this whole thing. So who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to blame that. I just don't think I was playing great, at least this early in the tournament, but you'll have to find out. So I go king d8, bring my king in, and sorry, like +2 here. Like I'm messing up bad. So bishop takes, which was kind of ridiculous. I took, he took, and I took. And we reach this endgame. I am down 2 pawns, but all these pawns are free for the grabbing. As long as I can stop his 2 passed pawns, then I'm good. Well, he doesn't have a passed pawn yet, but more likely than not, it's going to turn into 2 passed pawns. So anyways, he checks me. I move my king, and now he goes rook to d3, which defends this. I take, and now I'm like, okay, I have the 5th rank dominated. I can maybe put a pawn here, although I would rather get my king here. But, it's good. So he goes rook g4, and now I try and activate my rook. In hindsight, this is kind of silly. I probably should have just gone king b7, and then if he does something, I can just like go here and, oh, probably not, but I maybe go here. And then I don't know if the rook moves any point. Now king here, yeah, and this is just better. But anyways, I tried to get active rooks, so I tried to stop his king from joining the game, which is kind of silly because now his king joins the game this way. And honestly, I just let him improve the position, and I gave up the 5th rank. That sucks. So I go pawn to a4. I figure, okay, we're going to get one thing solidified. And he starts bringing the king in. I go after his pawns. He goes after mine. And I make a bad decision here. So this is a tough endgame. At this point, I'm tilting. At this point, it's like I had a draw. I had a way better endgame. I'm messing this up. And I don't know how to like correct this crash that I'm going on. So I don't know how to stop the crash course. But maybe going h5 is a bit better. And now after rook takes, I have and now takes, and then I can take, oh, well, maybe not take here. Oh, and I can just go here. Tricky, tricky. And now he can't hang on to, oh, well, I probably wouldn't want to take there. But now, I'm just trying to figure out, it's actually really fascinating endgame. Now I can take. Anyways, ignore me getting distracted at this endgame. I took, takes, he took, I went after his pawns, and now I bring my king in. And here, move 39. He blunders. It is back to a draw if I play one seemingly normal move. Give up my a pawn so my king can get underneath. Well, probably here. And then I can push here, and now I get the pass pawn. Why did I not do this? Next question. King f6 takes, and I bring my king in, and I'm like, I'm a genius. I've got it. I've got my king here, stop the pawns, and now he's gonna have to stop my pawn. I'm so smart. Check here, and then you move his king. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, I'm rolled. I'm rolled. I'm washed. I bring my rook, brings the king, check, king moves. I push, but like it went on for about 10 more moves, then I resigned. Oof. It hurts. It hurts losing. But yeah, that's part of it. He's a really, really, really good player. He's probably like 2,400 online. I'm about 2,300 right now. Great guy. Great player. I had my chances, had my chance to draw. This is entirely my fault. So I'm just hoping, well, got 4 rounds left. If I can win out or at least do really good, maybe I can tie for second or first. So guess you'll have to find out.